All right, so the second part is when you're taking your solution and you're actually having to add the value of x and y together. So we do it the exact same way. So we're going to try to get either the x's, the same numbers but opposite, positive and negative, or the y's. So in this case, and like I said, there's many different ways to do this. In this case, I think I'm going to multiply the bottom one by -3 so that I can get myself a -3 there. So I'm going to multiply the bottom one by -3 and distribute. And -15. And then I'm just going to bring the top equation over because it's not going to change. And that gave me the opposite 3's that I wanted there for the y terms. And then we always add them down. So 9x minus 6x is going to be 3x. Those y's are going to cancel. And 12 plus -15, or like 12 minus 15, -3, divide by 3. Not -3, divide by 3. So x is -1. Okay. So then we're going to take that -1 and we're going to plug it in for x into either equation. You can use the top or the bottom. So I'll show that you can use both, so I'll use the bottom one this time. 2 times -1 plus y equals 5. Add 2 to both sides. So y is 7. So your solution is going to be -1, 7. And then the second part is, what is the value of x plus y? So we're going to add -1 plus 7 to get our answer for that. And so that is going to be 6. All right, our second one. We are going to try to get one of the variables the same. Up to you. I think I'm going to try to make the top one. I'm going to change it so that the y's are the same, so I have to multiply by 7. Distribute. And then we're going to bring our second one over. It didn't change. And then we always add them down. All right, 35x and 10x is 45x. Our 7y's are going to cancel. And then we're going to do 63 minus 18. And that also gives us 45. Divide both sides by 45. So x is 1. Again, you can plug that into either equation. Stick with the top one so it's consistent, even though you know the bottom one works. So 5x, so 5 times 1, plus y equals 9, minus 5 on both sides. So the y value is 4. And we're going to get the solution for xy, so 1, 4. And then we need to find the value of x plus y, so we're just going to do 1 plus 4, which gives us the answer of 5. All right, 7 and 8, you're just finding the x or the y value. So these actually are a little bit easier because you don't have to find both of them. So we still need to create the same variable. I'm going to try to create the 4 down here in the bottom, but I want them to be opposite, so the top one's -4, so the bottom one needs to be a +4, which means in order to change that, I'm going to have to multiply it by -4 to make that +4x, because a negative times a negative is a positive. And multiply. And the top one's not going to change, so I'm just going to bring it right over. Negative 4x minus 15y equals negative 17. Kind of running out of room, but we'll get back on track here. Always add them down. The x's are going to cancel. Negative 15y, negative 25, or 20y creates negative 35y. And then we're going to combine negative 17 and negative 13. So that's going to give us negative 30. We're going to divide by negative 35 on both sides. And that gives us, let me make sure I didn't mess this up because I didn't think that oh, that's why. I know what I didn't do. I knew I made a mistake. We need to multiply, I didn't distribute the 4 all the way, so that is my fault. So I'm going to go back and change that. Negative 4 times negative 13 would give us a positive. So I'm going to change this right here. That's going to give us positive 52. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so then we're going to do combine the negative 17 and the 52, which gives us positive 35. Teachers make mistakes too. All right, so that one gave us the y value, so we are going to have to plug back in to find the x value. Pick either which one. Negative 4x minus 15y. Negative times negative is a positive. Negative 4x equals negative 32. We're going to divide both sides by negative 4, so the x equals a positive 8. So this question is only asking you to find the value of x, and so our value of x is just 8. So we're not going to write it as a solution this time. All right, and number 8 would be the same way. They're just asking for the y. So just make sure that you read very carefully and you're looking for the answer to the question. And then we'll do one of the last ones, which this one has quite a few things going on. We want to make sure that our equations are always written like so. We want to make sure that they always have x and then a y and then an equal sign. That's the way we need them both lined up, okay? So number 10, we have the negative 3 where it's supposed to be, but we need the x on the other side. So to get that x on the other side, we're going to have to add it to the other side of the equal sign. So now we're going to have a positive x plus your 4y equal sign, and then this is always just going to be your regular constant number. The bottom one seems to be in the correct order. So we're going to have 7x minus 4y equals 43. So now we're ready to look for the like variables. The x's are not the same, the y's are the same, and they're opposite. So that means we can just add straight down without having to multiply anything. So 8x, the y's cancel, and that is 40. So the x value is 5, and we need to find the y value. So I'll pick the top equation, and we'll plug it in. So we'll do 4y equals negative 3 minus and our x is 5 this time. And so 4y equals -8. Divide both sides by 4. The y is -2. So, gosh, sorry guys, we are just running out of room here. So the solution is going to be 5, -2. And then the second part of the question asks, what is the value of x minus y? So we're going to take the x value and we'll do x minus, and then remember y is a negative already, and when you subtract a negative, it's essentially adding. So 5 plus 2 is 7.